Oh, not too spectacular, but there's a little flock of guineas we get to see. We're actually backtracking because we went down the riverbed looking for an exit on the opposite side and didn't find it. So we saw a few guineas on the way downriver, but here's a whole, there's one flying in, two of them flying in. A little flock of guinea fowl. Pecking around in the sand. Oh, look at that one running. That's funny. It's just beautiful down here in this riverbed. Elephants obviously are down here a lot. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, we've come out of the riverbed, went downstream and couldn't get out, so went back upstream. Give you a quick look at the topography. I've seen some other hills / mountains like that. A lot rounder rocks here than the other rocks that we were seeing yesterday were all real jaggedy. Okay, so the topography's changed again. I mean, this is probably just 20 minutes from the last shot. You can see the sun, which is really pretty sun, shining on the faces of those mountains over there. There's where we're headed. We're at, by the way, 380 meters, so what is that? 1060, is that right? 1160? I probably didn't do that math right, but anyway. Really pretty view as we go down, headed toward the ocean. I wanted to get the view of the Grenadiers going across the plain. What a beautiful sight. Okay, so we stopped for a little morning coffee break and thought I'd show you again. It's just amazing how quickly the topography changes, and you may be thinking, that's just the same old mountains you've been seeing, but like this one here, there was this one and one right behind it where the stone was a totally different color. And you may not be able to tell it on this camera, but the topography really does change rather rapidly. In fact, we find ourselves, my daughter and I both said this just a second ago, when did the topography change? Because it was like within a few minutes we went from one to another. So we've come out to the plain again, and just a great view of the Grenadiers in the distance, and the mountains around. Okay, another topography change, and this may be like those mountains I was talking about earlier, kind of, I don't know, tannish, much lighter in color obviously than the other mountains we've been seeing, and a lot rockier here. The roadway, as you can see, the top of that rock had been chipped off by cars going over it, but a lot rockier drive we've been going through just in the last few minutes. I'll video this one. Yeah, not any big deal, but still rockier than what we've been seeing. So again, just a few miles down the road, and you see that particular hill or miniature mountain range, it's purplish. It's purplish and pinkish. And I mean, we've obviously seen some colors, some hues that are maybe close to that, but that one kind of stands out because it's a own thing. Pretty cool. A little greenery on the hillside. Okay, and a little rocky section here. So we're doing a little bit of, we're not gonna call it rock crawling. Well, we're not rock climbing, maybe you are rock crawling. Anyway, narrow section here, real rocky. Different topography again. Really cool. All right, so we've been doing this for miles, and you see that debris caught up by at the bottom of that tree. So this is obviously another dry riverbed, and it's just been like this for, you know, some time now. Lot of fun. Oh, here's a little rocky thing here. Anyway, just beautiful to be down here in this riverbed and have the mountains on the side and whatnot, and what you see out front there, really enjoyable. And again, another topography. Little bit of rougher rock stuff. Obviously this is more Moabby, but probably this has been an overlanding trip. It has not been a rock crawling trip. So this is the closest thing we've had to real rock driving. Again, a little bit more of a rugged section here, so we're going through this riverbed, rocky riverbed, obviously. I was asking earlier how, who picked these trails and whatnot, and it was early farmers and prospectors, and you begs the question, what are you farming out here? And the answer was they were raising a lot of goats, apparently, and the prospectors were just looking for whatever Namibia might have, and I don't think they found much. Okay, this white here is the residue from some mineral spring, and I'll show you back behind us kind of what it looks like from back there. Pretty again, this is just every day you think, okay, well, we're finally going to get to some boring stuff or whatnot, and every day has just been a pleasure and a blessing and a surprise. Wow, how gorgeous.